Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I'm a conceptual artist in America. I'm African American. Um, I'm a conceptual artist that makes works about the complex identity of race, culture, and identity as it relates to people of African descent. I work in many different mediums, such as painting, drawing, photography, installation, uh, video, sound. And I work in these different mediums because I don't really want to be boxed in. A lot of times in the art world, people want artists to do one thing and be good at one thing, but us as artists, there's so many different mediums to convey a number of different emotions. I just didn't want to be limited to one. Um, Mostly, currently, I work a lot, do a lot with sculpture, conceptual sculpture, and I work with things such as wood. I work with found materials. Um, I work with paint, and I try to use these different mediums and apply them to sculptures to make talk about like life in the inner cities of America. Predominantly, I focus my joint of like inner city of like Washington D.C. Talking about my time growing up there, and trying to share some of my experiences with the world. Yeah, I think that's what makes my art unique. I try to make it like as visually striking as possible, but also have that level of conceptualism to it too. And even if you didn't know what I was doing or talking about, you could still see my work and say, wow, it's so visually appealing that I like it visually. I don't really care about the message. Or even when you see it and it looks so nice, you'll be like, hey, I want to know more about this artist's story. And then, you can open up a whole can of worms about my work. So yeah, I'm supposed to be here doing this video for 5 minutes. I don't really know what to say. Don't really have anything interesting. Got some paintings I'm working on in the background. Nothing too major. Yeah, I'm excited to work on this project. I think it's a good opportunity to work with another artist um, from across the pond, as they say. I think that's the term. But in Europe, and we can go back and forth, share our experiences, and collaborate on a project that's very unique. Because I think it's very interesting how we all live. We all kind of live in the same planet, but we live in different worlds. Like based on your geographical location, you might have different ideas of race, culture, identity, depending on where you live, and I think that's very interesting. Um, how we all could be human beings, but all think differently, speak different languages, have different foods, and I think it's interesting about this project too. Is like what happens when people from two parts of the globe, two different cultures, collab on one project? Like, where's that like? Uh, like a melting pot. Kind of America's kind of like that too. Like you look at like New York immigration, like back in like the 30s, people will come in and become like a melting pot. Like, kind of like an idea, kind of like that. What comes out of different cultures collaborating with each other. My work is all about my own personal identity, my personal experiences and experiences of people who look like me and share my background. But it'd be interesting to see when I collab with an artist from Europe, like how can I share my personal experience and add it on to their experience, and even like maybe try a new medium. What I'm saying, do something I've never done before, or some stuff that I have in my notebooks. Like, can I bring it out? Can I refine it? So I think that's very much interesting. Interesting. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of something else I could talk about in here. Not really want to talk. I'm just just like to do make my work. Um, but yeah. Well, thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys see me and my partner's project. Thank you.